What does a remote immigration paralegal actually do all day? Is it just typing motions in sweatpants or constant Zoom meetings? Or is it a little more structured than that? I've been working remotely for a while now, sometimes from my home office, sometimes from my living room. And today, I want to walk you through a real day in my life. The work, the flexibility, the way I stay productive, and the small moments that make it worth it. Now, before we begin, I just want to make it clear that this is not a tutorial or checklist. I'm not here to give you a blueprint for the perfect remote workday. What I can show you is how I approach how I organize my time, how I tackle different legal tasks, and how I stay connected to the team, even when it's just me and my laptop. Whether you are already working in immigration or just thinking about it, I hope this gives you a clear picture of what this role can actually look like in the real world. Oh, and just a quick reminder, nothing I share here is legal advice, and any client details are either generic or fully redacted. Like most mornings, I started my day by checking in on client messages, emails, WhatsApp, and portal updates, just making sure nothing urgent slipped through the overnight. It's a small habit that makes a big difference, especially when clients are already dealing with a lot of us. Once that's out of the way, I shift gears. Today, my first task was reviewing internal notes and the record of proceedings for a pretty serious case, one that might lead to a claim of ineffective assistance by a prior counsel. The respondent in this case was ordered removed because her previous attorney allegedly failed to respond to a court-issued scheduling order. That order required them to file an application for relief, which in this case should have been asylum, but that never happened. The judge marked it as abandoned and issued a removal order. After reviewing everything, call the client to help piece the story together. A version of events, what she knew, and what she didn't. That part is always important, especially when you're dealing with alleged attorney error. After the call, I drafted her affidavit, and I also drafted a notice of intent to file a Lozada claim, which the supervising attorney reviewed. Once I got the green light, the notice was sent to the prior attorney to give them a chance to respond. Once that response comes in, the supervising attorney will review it and determine whether there are grounds to move forward with the motion to reopen based on ineffective. If there are, the client will also need to decide whether to file a formal complaint against the attorney involved, because that's part of the Lozada standard. And if it all aligns, I'll start working on the motion myself. If you'd like an update on how this case turns out, drop a comment below and I'll let you guys know what happened. And hey, I know what you're thinking. Where's the coffee? Well, I don't drink coffee. I usually stick to water, cannot brand paralegal. I'm pretty sure that disqualifies me from half the legal means online. Alright, so here's where the day took a bit of a turn. A calendar conflict popped up, which is something unexpected that could have easily caused a procedural mess. So I jumped in and drafted an emergency motion to continue one of the cases. Now, I don't usually handle these motions day to day, but this one needed a fast turnaround and some pretty careful legal writing. So I took it on. Right after that, I shifted over to a completely different case and drafted a motion to sever along with a motion to change venue. These weren't just four motions either. Both involved some strategic thinking. I had to consider how separating the cases and shifting jurisdiction might impact each respondent's path. Once I wrapped them up, submitted all three drafts to the supervising attorney for review. He gave them the green light and they were filed. You know, I think that's one of the underrated parts of working in removal. Plans shift fast. You think you've got the day mapped out, then something urgent lands on your desk. Suddenly, it's all about that. It throws you off for a bit, but hey, that's kind of the nature of this work. Okay, the next one took some digging. A few weeks ago, we filed a paper motion to reopen. It was mailed out using USPS with tracking number and everything. But when I followed up with the court, this was after several phone calls and emails, finally got someone on the line and they said they never received package, even though USPS shows it was delivered. So back to square one. I rebuilt the motion package in PDF format and sent it off to one of our team members at the office. She printed out and shipped it again to both the court and DHS. Luckily, this particular motion is based on lack of notice, which still qualifies for a fee waiver under the new OBBA rules. Even though I'm working remotely, I'm not working in isolation. A big part of my role involves supporting the team, especially when it comes to legal writing, case strategy, and understanding risk. Right now, I'm helping train one of our newer paralegals. When she joined the firm, she had no experience with immigration court filings, and now she's assisting with motions to reopen and other EOIR tasks. She's out for a few days this week, but I'm still reviewing the work she submitted before, making sure the quality holds up and that the tone and structure match what the case calls for. If something's urgent, I'll jump in and make the necessary changes myself. But if there's time, I leave notes and suggestions so she can understand not just what I'm changing, but why I'm changing. Even when I revise something, I send back the edited version with highlights or comments so she can keep growing. And just to be clear, every motion or filing is reviewed by the supervising attorney before it goes out. My role is to help shape the draft, but the attorney always makes the final call. I also work closely with other team members, especially when they're dealing with legal research or more complex filings. Since I have access to LexisNexis, I'll often get asked to check case law, validate citations, or help tighten up arguments. And on the family-based side of our firm, I usually jump in when there's a strategic overlap with removal defense, or when a case ends up on appeal before the AAO, which is the Administrative Appeals Office. That's where things tend to involve more legal writing and deeper case analysis. And I enjoy being able to support the team in that space. Bottom line, the goal isn't to micromanage, it's to help everyone do their best work. Overall, it ended up being a pretty packed day, definitely more than I anticipated. But hey, that's just how it goes. Before signing off, I made sure to log everything, calls, drafts, filings into our case system. It's not the flashiest part of the job, but it's what keeps everything running smooth, especially when things get hectic. I started to work from my living room towards the end of the day, just for a change of scenario. And as the sun started to go down, I wrapped my things up. It's one of those quiet perks of remote work. You get to shift your space, breathe in some fresh air, and taking a view like this while finishing your last task. After a day of writing, reviewing, troubleshooting court issues, and piecing together messy case details, this kind of pause helps me reset. And for me, that reset usually means heading out for a bit of basketball. Nothing fancy, it's a way to clear the mind and close the day with a little movement. If this gave you a clearer picture of what immigration paralegals actually do, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who might find it helpful. And if there's a topic you want me to cover next, or if you've got questions about this kind of work, leave a comment down below because I read everything and I'd love to hear from you. All right, this is it. And as always, keep your steps steady and your purpose clear.